Welcome back, foodies. Today I'm going to show you the most amazing spanakopita you ever tried, also known as Greek spinach pie. It's a simple and easy recipe anyone can do, and it tastes a lot better than the stuff you get in the freezer aisle. This recipe was taught to me by an amazing Greek lady named Cassie. Her passion for Greek food has inspired me and also influences the way I cook. So I hope you enjoy this recipe, and let's get started. Alright guys, first we're going to start with a pound of spinach. For the spinach we're going to add about a teaspoon of salt. What the salt's going to do, it's actually going to help bring all the water out of the spinach. Start squishing and squeezing with your hands. This is like magic. Out of nowhere, this is literally just going to be a pool of water. And the reason I do it this way instead of heating it, I find it actually keeps the greenness to the spinach, opposed to when you cook it, it kind of turns darker. This keeps it nice, vibrant, and bright. You can start to see all the liquid and water coming out of the spinach and this green foaminess. So what we want here is another bowl so we can squeeze all that water out of the spinach. This is so our spinach pies don't get soggy. Now your spinach is ready. Now we want to take about 3.5 ounces of onion, and we're going to dice those up into a large dice, and we're going to add them to a food processor. Now really, you don't actually need to chop it up before you put it in a food processor, but by doing that you actually help an even cut. Voila! Diced onion. Now we're going to bring back our spinach and add our onion to the spinach. And to this mixture, we're going to add 1/3 a cup of breadcrumbs, a twist of black pepper, a fistful of mint torn up and tossed in. Fresh mint, definitely one of my favorite smells. Now, it wouldn't be spinach and cheese pie without some cheese. Let's throw in about 240 grams of feta cheese. I mean, crumble some more if you're going to sneak some pieces for yourself before this is done. Now crack in 2 whole eggs. And last but not least, 1/3 cup of olive oil. Gotta use that extra virgin Greek olive oil. And when I said last but not least, I actually meant second last but not least. Let's throw in about a tablespoon of dill. Now you're gonna want to put on a pair of gloves for this part. It's gonna get messy. Give the mixture a nice mix with your hands. And when it's all combined, place to the side. Next, you're going to take out your Phylo pastry dough. I will be creating a recipe for this in the future, but right now we're going to use store-bought, just as a time saver for me right now. I will show you guys how to make some in the future. Now the trick to Phylo pastry is you don't want it to dry out. So when you take it out of your packaging, make sure you put a damp cloth over it when you're not using it to prevent that from happening. First, let's start with one sheet, and we're going to grab some olive oil and just drizzle it over the top. We're not going to brush it in. Then we're going to repeat that process 2 more times. Sheet of Phylo, drizzle olive oil, sheet of Phylo, drizzle olive oil, but on the 3rd sheet we're actually going to brush it in. Now we want to look for our happy medium, so we can divide this into 4 equal parts, just right down the middle, and do the same again for each side. That should give you 4 strips. Now you're going to add about 2 tablespoons of spanakopita mixture to each strip. Now for the fun part, let's get folding. Holding one corner, bring it up over the filling and line it up with the other side so it makes a perfect triangle. Press down on the filling to make sure it gets spread evenly, and then fold over itself until it's a uniform triangle. Now place this on a lined baking sheet while you work on the rest. Heat your oven up to 400 degrees Celsius. Place these on a baking sheet, and then we're going to brush them with some oil and place in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes until they're golden brown, flipping once halfway through. And there you go, perfectly golden spanakopita. These will be served best with some fresh made tzatziki, which I have a recipe for right here. Now after all that work, can't wait to dig into this thing. Careful, it's hot. Oh, that's hot. Oh, but it's so good. Foodie out. Thanks for watching, and be sure to give the video a thumbs up. You can also help support me and my channel by joining my Patreon, where you'll get exclusive behind the scenes content, recipes, early access to my videos, and much more. Thank you again for watching.